Hello, and welcome to another episode of Casual Learning. I'm your host, John Bannon. Today I'm going to do a video summarizing Chapter 7 of my newest book, Superdeterminism Defeats Atheism. You can get this book on Amazon Kindle. Chapter 7 is entitled Human Exceptionalism. This video is my refutation of the fifth point of atheistic ideology that I list in chapter 1 of my book, namely, human beings are not special. The first thing to understand about why human beings are special in the universe is that, in terms of relative complexity, human beings possess the most complicated, sophisticated machine in the form of our brains known to exist in the universe. A lot of people say that human beings aren't special in comparison to the almost or seemingly infinite vastness of the cosmos, and how human beings are so tiny in comparison. How could we be so special? How could we be special at all in light of our seeming insignificance to the rest of the universe? And the most basic answer is, well, that's because you're making the wrong comparison. You're making a size comparison when you should be making a complexity comparison. By that measure, human beings are the most special thing in the entire universe that we know of, based on the complexity of our brains and our ability to think that is unsurpassed anywhere. The next thing to understand is that life and human beings did not arise by chance on our planet, but we were predetermined to exist in our block universe. So, again, a lot of people like to say, well, how can human beings be that special? They were just the result of a random accident of Darwinian evolution. And if things had gone just a tiny bit differently in the course of uh, the evolution of life on planet Earth, human beings wouldn't even exist. Well, that's not actually true, because Dr. Hansen proved that the universe is a predetermined static block universe without continuous causation in physics. Then the existence of human beings was predetermined. We're human beings are part of a permanent, unchangeable block universe. Therefore, there was never any question that human beings would arise in existence. So that's that whole idea that human beings are just a random accident is just totally false. Uh, Dr. Hansen proved in his article published in a peer-reviewed physics magazine entitled Physics Essays, Volume 33, Number 2, 2020, Bell's theorem and its tests proof that nature is superdeterministic, not random. So Dr. Hansen uses Einstein's special relativity to prove that we live in a block universe without continuous causation in physics. That means that the universe is a static block reality, it's predetermined, and human beings were always going to exist in the universe, always, because it's a static block universe without continuous causation in physics. So humanity is uh, ensconced in the static block universe. You can't get rid of humanity. We're a permanent feature of the block universe. We're not an accident. It's not random. So that's the second point you need to understand. So God predetermined that human beings exist in our universe and have the unique ability to comprehend the fact that God exists and what God's will is for humanity. Um, God doesn't communicate with anything else like stars or planets or galaxies because they can't understand him. But we can. They don't even know he exists, but we do. So uh, stop comparing our specialness in a quantitative sense with the rest of the cosmos and start comparing our specialness in a qualitative sense concerning what we can do that the rest of the universe can't. It is reasonable to infer that God would predetermine his will for humanity to become the predominant religion specifically about him. Because Christianity is the predominant religion about God with 2.38 billion members worldwide, then one can infer that God endorsed Christianity as true. Because Christianity teaches that human beings are special to God, then human beings are objectively special in the universe. Jesus spoke of how human beings were special to God, saying, even the hairs of your head are all counted. He said that at Luke 6:7. And you can imagine how special a being who actually knows God exists would be to God himself. Uh, Consider how special human beings are to God. And one can infer that God created our block universe in order to give rise to human beings on earth. Moreover, because human beings are given the promise by God through Jesus of bodily resurrection in the afterlife, then human beings are special among all living beings or things who are not given that promise of eternal life. So it's pretty clear that Dr. Hanson's version of superdeterminism and the idea that we live in a static block universe without continuous causation in physics leads to inferences that human beings are special and exceptional in the universe, and that God created the universe specifically for us. All right, so the next time I'm going to do a summary of chapter 8 of my book called God Given Truth. All right, take care.